Hi everyone, it's Chris Tuck here from West Wickham Health and Fitness and
Joe McRae,
personal trainer, mine. Okay, so technique video today, we are going to be doing the plank. So I'm going to come into position and Joe is going to put me to the right place really with the technique. So Joe, what am I meant to be doing?
so what we're looking for is if we're going to go into the half plank, or what did you describe it as, Chris, before? Half plank,
three-quarter plank.
Three-quarter plank.
Yeah.
So it's basically a plank on the knees. What we want to do is bring the hips down so that we're looking on the side, knee, hip, shoulder all in line.
Ah, okay. What though, some people let their backs arch like that,
Yeah.
so...
One reason I like to do this with the knees and feet together to begin with is because it can help prevent that. So you shouldn't feel this in your back at all. If a good plank, you should feel it in your bum and you should feel it in your abs and potentially in your upper body if you're struggling to hold your body weight. But if you bring your knees together, it helps you get that squeeze feeling through the glutes. So imagine you've got a piece of paper between your thighs. Hold on to that piece of paper and then drop your hips down a little more, Chris.
Okay.
And then from the side, we've got knee, hip and shoulder aligned.
Yeah.
To go up to full plank from there, it's a simple move. You just tuck the toes under, push up, and there's your full plank. So even if you're doing a full plank, I think it's useful to start in that 3/4 or that half plank first of all to get that glute engagement.
Yeah.
So Chris now's got straight arms, she's locking the arms out. Important to have your weight over your wrist, don't be frightened of that. The arms are designed to take weight. Quite stretchy on the wrist, but generally most people do get used to that.
Lovely. So for those that suffer though through the wrists, maybe you can come down onto your elbows, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, elbow position planks or a low plank rather than the high plank on the hands is another good option. I think with planks what's most important is that you change what you're doing with it actually, so your body doesn't get too stale.
Okay.
So it might be that sometimes you do a high plank, sometimes you do a low plank, sometimes you do a side plank.
And you transition between the low plank and
you
the high plank.
Yeah, exactly. So you're swapping between the two. If you can hold a plank for an hour and a day, chances are it will probably start to sag because your body's kind of a bit bored.
Well, it fatigues. Mine fatigue just doing that a little few seconds.
Exactly, yeah. So I think just first of all check those important points, but also if you're getting comfortable with one type of plank, try a different kind.
Yeah. What about a side plank though? Because many people can't get in the position of a side plank.
Many people might need to move the dog.
So again, if I was teaching like a beginner, I would encourage them, sorry Joe, to bend their lower knee.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically you're shortening the plank in the same way as you would do with the front plank in the 3/4, and then you're levering off that bottom knee to lift up, and again, shoulder height. One thing to watch for on the side plank is you don't leave your bum stuck out behind you, so you're tucking that in, and again that helps switch on the glutes. And I really like transitioning from one to another if you can. So
from here to a normal one, you mean?
That's
like
right.
that?
I mean, one of the reasons I like the high plank is that it's easier to transition.
Right, okay.
And it gives you these options to change. But if you're on the elbow and you're working the low plank, that's absolutely fine. You can always do things with the arm, reaching over, reaching under, just to give you a little bit more challenge. And again, I think to have the plank position but have a slight challenge going on makes it more interesting for the body, and it helps you keep the core switched on.
And again, if you find that really easy, you can always extend both legs out.
Exactly. You can either split the feet, so you can have one forward and back. That makes you a little more stable, but you're pushing down through both feet, lifting the hips. Or if you want the balance element, you can literally stack the feet.
Stack the feet.
Push through both feet. Yeah.
Lean on Ruby.
And lift up there.
And lift up. So really, the muscles that we're working there would be underneath waist muscles as well as everything really through the whole body.
Everything really. I mean, if you do the side plank, you're working more the obliques and the lateral back muscles, and of course the lateral glutes a little bit more. So both on that bottom leg and on the top leg really. And that's where if you're doing leg raises up and down, you can really emphasise that lateral glute or the side part of the movement. But we're working everything in a plank. It's
an ideal exercise, and I know that Joe prefers planks to curl-ups, things like that, because she makes me do lots of them. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. See you in the next technique video. Bye.